You like playing Greatsword, don't you, Squidward?
Greatsword. You might be wondering what it's like to play this Giga Chad weapon. Well, the answer to that question is very simple. Big damage.
Oh, big boy attack! Oh, ow.
Enemy spotted.
Head broken. Got him. Done again. He's got a wound on his tail. Tail's gone. I got bubble blight now. He bubbled. Dodge my attack. Oh, come on, man.
With Greatsword, there's no in-between. You're either a god who can offset every hit, tackle the stunned monsters, and charge to level 3 every time for huge damage.
Emotional damage!
Or you just miss. A lot. But it's never about the misses. I mean, playing Greatsword is so satisfying when you land that big hit on a monster and it just flops around like a freshly caught fish, that the misses that you had 20 seconds ago don't even matter. And sure, I can play a weapon like Dual Blades, but I don't want to be underneath a monster fondling its nutsack. I live for this high-risk, high-reward playstyle that Capcom has had ever since the game first came out in 2004. There's just something about Greatsword that just feels
Nice.
I mean, you got a whole bunch of different builds to choose from, like high damage, sleep, paralysis. Now that's a hefty lasagna. Now I know what you're thinking, but Soup, the Greatsword, is the slowest weapon in the game. I mean, you guys obviously haven't put Focus 3 on your Greatsword, that's why it's so freaking slow, but come on, man. Seriously? Why are you playing Greatsword without Focus 3? I think part of the reason why I stayed away from Greatsword and World was because it was clunky and you couldn't really aim your shots. Not now. In Wilds, you got focus mode, baby! Now, I know some of the veterans of the series are kind of torn in between about how they feel about this new playstyle, but for new players coming into the series, I find that focus mode is going to help them enjoy pretty much every weapon 100% of the time. And look, if you really hate this mechanic being in Wilds, just play Dual Blades. Pretty much every wound that you make will be destroyed in a matter of seconds, and you can basically troll the whole entire lobby.
I went from happy to angry. Skip said, now I feel like kicking his ass. Then we'll see who's laughing, huh?
Now, enough about me talking about how Greatsword is one of the best weapons in the game. Let's get into the moveset and the meat of why this weapon is amazing. Offset attacks are fucking goated. Every time I hit a monster with an offset attack, I just can't help but go boom! You can't play Greatsword unless you make a sound when you hit the monster. If you're not screaming into the mic like Goku going Super Saiyan, then I'm sorry, Greatsword is not for you. I'm convinced that someone at Capcom saw those sick Monster Hunter World edits and thought, yeah, let's put that in the game. Offset attacks are so good that it just made me completely forget that I have a block button. And you don't even need a block in Greatsword, because we don't commit to the block, we commit to the charge. But blocking in some cases does make you feel like a badass, I'm not gonna lie. But your Greatsword doesn't look like this, it looks like this. That's why you gotta incorporate some wide slashes in there too. Don't just keep trying to go for the charge every time. Look, wide slash is also your best friend, people. And then tackle. Oh man, don't even get me started about tackle. If you keep tackling the monster's head, it basically feels like the monster is getting hit by a freight train. And with enough tackle damage, you can eventually stun the monster and kill it. Yes, baby! Now we getting paid for this one. But now, let's talk about the one move that everybody loves. True Charged Slash. I can't tell you the amount of times that I have my endorphins and goosebumps just rushing when I hit this freaking attack. And it's not just me. Other Greatsword players will tell you this move is your bread and butter. Anytime you see that monster just on the ground, you know it's go time, baby. Even without the monster being on the ground, you know this attack does huge damage, like big damage. Like, everybody's gonna be trying to use this attack more than any other attack in the game. But another high damage weapon move for Greatsword is when you mount the monster and then you weapon attack the wound you create. I swear, when I sometimes hit this move on a monster and see 1,000 damage, I damn near feel like I'm one of those boulders that just got dropped on. Even using those wound attacks on the monster every time just feel like you're shredding through its skin all the way through down the middle. And fuck what people say about Oh, generic sword user, human warrior with big ass sword. Man, I hate that shit. Let me play the way I want to play. Greatsword isn't about just using the sword itself. No, no, no. Sometimes when the monster gets slept, the best thing to do is to bomb stack and then just hit it with that true charge slash, baby. Now, before people think that I'm just glazing up a bunch of Greatsword users, this weapon definitely has a bunch of cons. Greatsword requires monster knowledge, which means that you have to fight the monster multiple times so that you know its moveset, so that you can offset, you can block, you can dodge attacks, and you can get that lineup for that sweet true charge slash. But that's the thing about playing Monster Hunter, is you're never good at fighting the monster the first time. You'll get carded and carded and carded constantly until you become a god. And you know what, brother? Nothing wrong with a little walk of shame. Unless you play against Arkveld and Windward Plains, and you gotta run all the way back. That shit fucking sucks. But you know what? Don't get carded. Be a man. Another thing that kind of sucks about Greatsword is the fact that I gotta sharpen this motherfucker every time. I can't tell you the amount of times where I've landed a big hit on a monster and then kept attacking and been like, where'd all my damage go? But you can't sharpen your weapon mid-fight. What are you doing? The monster's right there. It needs to get damage on it. Another thing I hate that Greatsword players do is that they don't try and cut off the tail. The tail is meant to be cut off, people. You don't have to just keep attacking the head. You're not a hammer main. Also, on the topic of sharpening, how the hell does a hammer need to be sharpened? I mean, it's a hammer, for God's sakes. How the hell do you sharpen that shit? I also read in some articles that people are upset with Greatsword because it doesn't have quick sheath, which is laughable because quick sheath isn't even really an issue with Greatsword in the first place. Get over here! Now you gotta heal, bitch. So what if I gotta put my weapon away? I'll just take it out a second later. It's not like I'm about to get completely stun locked by the monster. What the fuck? This is bullshit! Why do I play this fucking game sometimes? Oh wait, I know why I played this game. It's because I love torturing myself trying to get that one monster gem to get that epic weapon I need. Yeah, we know you want this gem, but how bad do you want it? All jokes aside, Greatsword feels amazing in Monster Hunter Wilds and is going to be enjoyable for new fans and old fans of the series. That's it for me on Greatsword, but Longsword, you're next.